My name is Andrea Selmer. I'm 50 years old and I live in White Marsh, Maryland. In January 2022, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I woke up one morning and for some reason my hand went right here and I felt a lump and I said to myself, I have breast cancer. I felt scared because I had no idea what would be in my future and I felt worried about my family. So I saw my GYN right away, Dr. Tran, and she immediately ordered tests for me. And it was basically a month of testing, all different things like MRIs, CT scans, biopsies, and that's how I eventually got connected with MedStar Franklin Square. I did feel a sense of security and calmness because they knew exactly what they were doing. They had talked to each other already. They had talked to a panel, like my case went before a panel of other doctors, and they knew what they were doing and decided the best treatment for me. So I felt confident in that and really reassured because I was terrified. I also had support from nurse navigators, social worker, the genetic counselor. All kinds of people were there to help me and root for me. My plan of care was complex. It involved many different things. I had chemo for months and months and then moved on to surgery, radiation, and then oral chemotherapy. So one time I was meeting with my breast surgeon and I was still in the middle of chemotherapy and I felt like this was a battle that was just gonna go on forever. There was no end in sight. And Daria Abolghasemi drew a hill on a piece of paper and she showed me all parts of the cancer treatment were important, equally important. But she showed me that going up the hill was the chemo for months and months. Top of the hill was having surgery. Bottom of the hill, or like going down the hill, was radiation. And then kind of flattening out and getting my life back was oral chemotherapy. And that really helped me. I drew it, I looked at it all the time and I was like, I'm gonna get over this hill. The good news about the surgery was I would have a mastectomy and reconstructive surgery at the same time, which meant one hospital visit, one hospital stay, and then I could go home to my family. So on the day of surgery, I was pretty nervous, and Dr. Abolghasemi noticed how nervous I was, and she actually stood in the operating room and held my hand until I fell asleep, and I will never forget that moment. It turned out my margins were clear. The doctor called me to tell me herself, and she was so thrilled, and I felt like the black cloud that had been hanging over me all that time was lifted. All I could see was sunshine. So after that great news, that my margins were clear, just to be super safe, I had radiation for 5 weeks and then finished the journey with 6 months of oral chemotherapy. And then I was over the hill and done. So now that my treatment journey has ended, I have a lot of things I'm looking forward to doing. I want to spend a lot of time with my family. We love to cook together, go to the beach, play games, do crafts. I just can't wait to do all that again. For myself, I'm teaching myself how to play the piano and I'm in love with it. It's bringing me so much joy to do something that I've always wanted to do, and I'm finally doing it. And I'm a 4th grade teacher and I'm really excited about going back and being with the kids and having that energy again in my life. So when you go through something like this, it really changes your perspective on life and of who you are and how you interact with people. I've learned that I want to live my life to the fullest and do really fun things, like really be present and do things with my friends, my family, and make wonderful memories and just really live and not just kind of sit around and watch.